Hello! Hello again. Ending this Veterans Day weekend strong. I'm hoping we can finish this game today. I think we can. It's just gonna depend on how things go. So happy Veterans Day to any veterans coming across my stream or seeing the VODs in the future. Thank you for serving our country. We're definitely in need of that right now. Let us continue where we left off. Oh, poor Finley. Oh, he sees that he has the hat and the cooking award. I wonder what goes here. Oh, he's got winter clothes now. Oh, poor guy.
Wow, looks like someone got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. What happened? Didn't you enjoy the hibernation festival?
Things aren't so great right now, Alfio.
Can I help you?
No. I'm sorry, Alfio. I wonder if the guy's still gonna be fishing if it's snowing. Oh, that's cute. I wonder who made that. Oh gosh, he is.
Billy,
Hello.
you don't look so good. If I didn't know better, I'd say you're in a river's bursting its banks.
You could say that. How are things with your sister?
I told her about your stream of consciousness idea. 2 twigs clinging together to stem the current. We cried for a full hour.
Oh, that's a good thing, I hope.
It is. Soon the river's student will become its master, right, Finley?
You mean me?
Not yet, but soon. Perhaps.
Wow.
Next, I'll teach you how to choose the right camping chair.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Mute my phone.
Oh. I'm guessing he's still pretty hurt about what happened with Irma. I wonder what that noise in the background is. A rooster? No, I'm gonna walk. We need to talk to Giuliano. If it'll let me. Giuliano, I'm really sorry that Irma was... No, I can't do that yet. Okay, if you can't do that yet, maybe we should see your friend. Maybe we'll talk to Pina. Maybe she's making a figurine. I'm not hungry. It's really cold today. I'm glad our display windows have double glazing. Doubt we'll get many customers in this weather, though. Maybe it's the right day to take a little time off. Yes, I picked the wrong day to go shopping. Most of the stores are closed. Closed for the day. Hello, I'm hitting the button. It won't let me read it. Finley! Is everything alright? Not really, if I'm honest. It's Irma, isn't it? Giuliano called me this morning. I'm already making her a memorial figurine. It's so sad. I was really fond of old Irma. She was my patient. I was there when she died. I couldn't do anything for her. I'm so sorry to hear that, Finley. That must have been awful. I don't know how I feel yet. I hardly slept, even though I was exhausted after the night shift. I thought I was prepared for something like this. But Irma was... I know, Finley. Everybody knew Irma. Everyone loved her. And she was lucky you were her doctor. I'm late. We could talk more another time, okay? It still won't let me react to that. The sudden snowfall took many by surprise. Some schools and kindergartens have closed for the day. Many people are happy to see the snow, though some fear it will herald another flu epidemic. Irma got an obituary. Didn't think they'd get that printed so quickly. The vegetables are almost frozen. Well, at least they won't go bad. Maybe I should invest in some property. Could settle down, live the easy life. Oh wait, that's right. I don't have any money. Poor Finley. Larissa.
Look, isn't the snow great? Everything's white. What should I do today? Build a snowman? Make snow angels? Go sledding? Challenge Christo to a snowball fight? What? Too many choices! Are you alright? You look ill. Did you catch a virus at the hospital?
No, I'm fine.
Ew, that's all right then. Gotta go, Doc. The day is short, and who knows how long snow's gonna last.
Snow is pretty, but from having lived through snow in upstate New York for one winter, I would not want to live in it again. Visit's fine, but I would not want to live in it. Too much work, too cold. I know some people feel like summer's worse because when it's cold, you can always try and throw on more heat, more blankets, more layers, whatever. But when it's hot, you can only take off so much. But I don't know. I want to see the front of the hospital before I go in. Nothing from you today? I guess he's too sad to have those imagined conversations. Alright. Wait, bro. I sense a dark cloud over you, young one. You had a death on your ward, right? It's never pretty, that's for sure. But the river of life flows on regardless. Let it carry you. We'll all get swept into the great sea of eternity one day.
Morning. Have a nice weekend. Why the gloomy face?
Morning, Ingrid. I'm not in a great mood.
Is this because of Mrs. DeCalma? I'm sorry, kid, really. I like the old lady too.
I was hoping I'd feel better after the weekend.
Well, I guess you're just one of those people who feels a lot for others. Just make sure it doesn't become a problem for you. That's a part of our profession, kid. Try to focus. There's enough living people around here who need your help. I get it though. They always say that first death really sticks with you.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll focus and try my best.
That's the spirit.
Mia, wait, Mia.
Finley, I heard the news this morning. Do you want to talk? Maybe grab a coffee or something?
No. I want to get my work done first.
Okay. If you want to talk later, just come and find me, okay?
Good morning, Finley. How are you? All right, I think. The patient died yesterday. Your patient. I imagine Irma's death is still on your mind. Nevertheless, I would ask that you don't let your performance levels drop. We can't let these things affect our work. Got it. You can rely on me. You know the drill. We'll talk again once you finish treating your patients. Try to make this a good day, Finley. In spite of everything. Good luck.
Oh, one more thing. Emma died of complications from pneumonia. She was old. Her immune system just couldn't hold everything off. She remained stable for a while. However, her condition worsened during her stay here. These things happen sometimes. The incident with the water damage in her room probably didn't help either. What I'm trying to say is, you did nothing wrong. I've even made a note to that effect in my report. I assigned you to treat Irma, and that was the right decision. I'm sure of it. Thank you, Dr. Krakowski. Finley, I heard about Irma. I'm so sorry. Hope you're okay. I'll be making her a memorial figurine today. Gonna make sure it's a good one. Come by anytime if you need to talk, okay? So we've got the owl lady, the bat lady, and a little owl. Let's see how this goes. Let's start with the bat lady, since we're closer to that room. Good morning, Miss Van Galen.
Is it that time already? Your colleague said you'd be checking on me again today.
Well, looks like she was right. Shall we get straight to it? I'm sure you want to get back home, too. Okay. So. It looks like blue is fine, but we do want to boost pink. Does this one take too much? Yeah, it does. Okay. And this. Okay, so those two are correct. So we've got two more. So we need to reduce red and green, so definitely this one. And we need to reduce yellow. Oh, but we need to boost. We need to boost. We need to boost. We need to boost orange. Let's trade this one then for this one. How's that? That work? No. Let's see. Alright, I'm pretty sure we have to have this. I just add another one then? Does that work? Yeah, that works. Okay.
Woot.
Yep. I'm seeing a significant improvement.
You know what? I'm actually feeling a lot better today. Better than I have in years. I feel like I'm really aware of my surroundings again.
Sounds like the medication's doing its job.
Yes. But I think there's more to it than that. I managed to talk to Dr. Gautera again. And it was like he tore down a wall inside me. Suddenly I saw everything I used to think was important in a different light. I've decided to change my life around completely. I don't want to end up here again. I want to be able to focus on other things, instead of just living for my job. I called my boss this morning and requested 4 weeks off.
That's great.
That's not what she thought. She threatened to fire me on the spot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. I am the island. I am the sea. And maybe unemployed. But I don't care at all. That's great. I'll do my exercises and follow my heart more. Thank you for helping me. I'll make sure to thank Dr. Galterra again before I leave, too. Have a great day. And look after yourself.
I hope you're able to get through this. I mean, what good is a job if it just drives you to illness, you know? Alright, deal with the the elder owl lady. See if she was right, or maybe it's something else that's affecting her. Now, my dear colleague, what's your assessment of your health status?
My withdrawal symptoms are diminishing, and so's the pain.
Good. Do you mind if I examine you?
That's what I'm here for.
Been a while since I've had to do this one. Feels like I'm playing Twister with my keyboard. Yay! We're going to keep increasing your vitamin B1 and energy intake. Your liver's on the mend.
Are you sure? Nonsense, my liver's had it.
The readings are clear.
Really?
You came to us just in time. Feel free to take a look for yourself. We'll have to keep you here for a few more days for observation. If you want to keep on living, you need to keep off the alcohol. Forever.
Clear, honest words. I like it. Maybe something will come of you after all, in the distant, far-off future. But what I do or don't do is none of your business, understand?
I've given you my medical opinion. What you do with it is entirely up to you. I hope she's okay. Alright, time to see this little owlet. You're so cute. You're Emma, right? Okay. Miss Emma Strawberry Yogurt, right?
No. I'm Emma Smith.
Oh, right. That's what it says here. I must have read it wrong. How are you feeling, Emma Smith? I miss my home. And I've got tummy ache, too. You did get some pills, didn't you? But it's still not better yet?
No.
Alright, let's take a closer look at what's up with your tummy then. Oh, goodness. Alright, so we've got... This is either blood or teardrop. Paw, brain, bone, tooth, foot, head, stomach. Well, stomach's definitely one of them. Let's go with blood. Go with the head. Brain. Bone. Oh wow, I've got 4 of them correct, but they're in the wrong place. Huh. Well, let's, shift everything over. Yeah, that works. Still no. Okay, we'll shift it one more time. So brain goes here. And then bone. Stomach. Blood. Okay, that I had a feeling it was bone that was off. Okay, so if it's not bone, that leaves tooth, foot, and paw. Let's go with tooth. Foot or paw? Foot or paw? I'm gonna go with paw. There we go. Yay! I think your pain is because of your food allergy. I read that you're not allowed to eat certain things. Is that right? Yes. So are you watching what you eat then? Yeah, but... What is it, Emma? Well... Gerda said that after the hibernation festival you can eat as many nuts as you want. Is Gerda your mom? No, my mom's name is Mom, and she's away. So who's Gerda then? Gerda Neestork. I always visit her when I'm homesick. She's a doctor like you. Wait a minute. Do you mean Dr. Neestorf? Yeah. Can you do me a favor, Emma? Okay. Please don't eat any more nuts. I'm sorry, but your tummy doesn't like nuts. Not even after the hibernation festival. Oh. It's mean, I know. But your tummy aches are mean too, aren't they? Yes. So you keep off the nuts, and we'll think of some nice things for you and your tummy to eat, okay? Yeah, okay. All done? Yep. It took you longer than usual today, but given the circumstances, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to that. Let's see. What have you got for me today? I don't have anything for you. Dr. Theobald was asking after you. Oh, really? I couldn't say. However, he did ask if I could give you the rest of the day off. I'm not happy about it, but I said yes. I guess it must be something important then. You think I should go to his office? You can if you like, but you won't find him there. How do you know? Because he's just made himself comfortable in our break room. Oh, strange. That's just the way he is. Guess I'll pop in and see him then. As you wish. Wonder why he's in the break room. Finley, there you are. Thank you for coming. Sure, Dr. Theobald. What can I do for you? Nothing. But I wanted to talk to you. First of all, I would like to thank you. You've done an excellent job these past few days. Thanks. Is that all you wanted? No, not at all. I heard about Irma de Kama's passing, of course. Tragedy, truly. Like so many others here in Porcupine, I knew Irma well and liked her a lot. I'll miss her very much. The whole town will.
But you were the one who looked after her and were there for her in her final days. Is Irma the first patient who's died under your care? Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not uncommon to struggle getting them. It's not uncommon to struggle getting them off your mind the first time. I still remember my first too. I think I know what you mean. I still think about Mrs. Tacoma a lot. Just try not to let those thoughts affect you too much. After all, there are still plenty of other people depending on your help. Don't get distracted from looking out for them. It's Irma's funeral service this afternoon. It will be held at Gilbert's. Giuliano hosts most of the funerals in this town. I'm sure this one will be especially hard for him. You should be there. You'll feel better afterward, believe me. You mean I can go to the service? You're excused for the rest of the day, and I'm sure Mrs. Tacoma would have invited you anyway. Okay then, I'll be there. Thank you, Dr. Theobald. No need to thank me, Finley. Say goodbye to the old lady for me. See you again tomorrow. Give my regards to old Irma, all right? And please give my condolences to Giuliano as well. We don't know how Giuliano feels about what happened.
Take care, kiddo. And don't slip on the snow. I already pulled something in my back this morning.
I'm not hungry. No bus. Can I interest you in a hot cup of coffee? Perhaps a tea or saffron roll? No thanks. Sorry, I've got somewhere to be. Your thing. You need to be open during the day, dude. You don't seem to like the weather much either, do you? Smells a bit stale.
So you're here too, young one. It's good to see you. The roller coaster of life never stops, does it? A few days ago we gathered to celebrate. Today we've gathered to weep.
Finley. Hey, Giuliano. I'm so sorry. I wish I'd had more. Finley. It's okay. Thank you for coming. I know we haven't known each other long, but it means a lot to me. Please make yourself at home. There's food and drink. Go ahead, take a seat. Just make yourself at home.
Is there really nothing I can do for you?
Come to think of it, there's one thing actually.
Anything you want. What is it?
I think there's a colleague of yours here too. He didn't hang around long. He just stood in the corner and didn't talk to anyone. Then I think he went out the back door. I haven't seen him since. Could you go see if he's still there? I checked myself, but I got my hands full. Sorry, here I am asking for your help again.
It's no problem, Giuliano. I'd be happy to do that for you.
Thank you. Your colleague went through the bar and into the backyard. Do me a favor and go check on him, would you?
I'm sure Pina made the figurine. Such a nice tradition. I'm proud of you, Pina. Did you know Irma?
Of course. I loved stopping to chat to her during my rounds. She was always sitting at her window with a plate of cookies next to her. She always made me coffee on cold days. I'd love one of her coffees right now.
Irma, I can't believe she just died like that. It's so unfair.
Wow, you're here! Sorry, Finley. I know how much you liked Irma. How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just happy I could be here today. Me too, even if it has been a bit stressful for me. But I'd do anything for Irma. If there's anything I could do for you, just say, okay?
Hey, Finley.
Ted, you're here too.
Of course. I've really fallen in love with this little bar. I didn't know there was a funeral today. And I didn't know the deceased at all. But I'd still like to be here for the wake.
I'm sure Giuliano will be glad to see you.
I hope so.
Wait, did I get a text? Oh no, it's just adding a message about the buffalo dude. Is it Carl back here? Oh no, it's Gregor. Gregor, you're here too?
Get lost, kid.
Don't you want to come inside? The service is about to start.
No.
There's food and drink too. Lots of people are here.
Leave me alone.
Okay.
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
I'm doing the best I can. I know the hospital relies on me. I'm the one who's supposed to look after it after all. If the old lady hadn't gotten sicker, that water damage hadn't happened. If I'd just taken better care of the hospital, then maybe she wouldn't have. This is my burden to bear. I'll never forgive myself. All those people in there, see the way they look at me? They know it's my fault.
It's not. I felt the same way. I was the one treating her. Right up until the end, I still believed she'd get better. I didn't want to face the fact that she was going to die. But in the moment she passed, I knew she was at peace with it. She was old, her body was weak, and she was happy. She didn't want people looking after her all the time. And that's okay. I did my best, and you did too. But sometimes things crumble and collapse anyway. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to people. Sometimes we can't help them. I'm going in now. You can come with me if you want.
I can't. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. But if you change your mind, just know that you'll be welcome.
Sure, whatever. I should go. I don't want to disturb the bereaved.
You should do what feels right for you. No one's forcing you to stay.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go in. If we go in at the same time, they won't all be staring at me. And I can slip away quickly if I need to.
Sounds good. I don't think that's good.
So did you find him?
He just walked past you. Yes, he's the janitor at the hospital. But he doesn't want to come in. I think he needs some time to himself.
I think we all do.
I'm glad he's here, though. Speaking of which, how are you holding up? I'm coping. But please let me know if there's anything I can do. I will, my friend. Please sit down. It's about to start.
Dear guests, could I have your attention for a moment? Thank you all for coming. I can barely bring myself to speak. But last night, Irma, my dear mother, passed away. She was a real talker, always telling stories, and she was surrounded by people who loved her. That's you guys. Thanks for that, all of you. When I was little, she taught me to play an instrument. She practiced with me, and I hated every second of it. But when I was playing, her eyes would just light up. I wish she could look at me that way again. I want to play a very special song for you. A song Irma requested every time I picked that instrument up.
I remember one day it was really frosty when I had to deliver my letters. I slipped on a patch of ice. My whole mailbag fell into the river with all the letters still inside it. And I tore my cruciate ligament. Irma not only helped me fish every single letter out of the river, she even dried them, restored them, and delivered them for me.
Irma worked with my parents in a restaurant. Things had been going downhill for a while, then Irma came up with a new dish. Rainbow beet gratin. It was a hit. For long, it was the only dish anyone wanted.
Irma and I used to play backgammon together every Thursday in the summer.
How did you know Irma, Finley?
I'll tell you how that squirt knew Irma. He's the one who let her die. It's the truth. Irma was in great shape. Then one day she just bends over, sprains an ankle, ends up in the hospital, and a few days later suddenly she's sick, real sick. And then she just dies. I'm telling you, it's all that guy's fault. Him and all the staff of that awful hospital. I just heard them talking about it right now. They're letting the hospital deteriorate. It's so bad the folks who go there pick up new diseases in the wards. Irma didn't even have pneumonia until they took her to that dump. I'm telling you, Irma didn't just die. She was murdered there. If St. Ursula's wasn't so useless, Irma would still be with us today. We'd be celebrating, not mourning. Everyone who works there should stand up and take the blame for this. We'd all be better off if that hospital was torn down and never darkened our skyline again.
Ralph, that's a crock of nonsense.
Hold on. Maybe he's got a point?
Yeah, St. Ursula's is a danger to us all. That's right. We need to run these murderers out of town.
Maybe it would be better that way.
Look around you. Do you see anyone from the hospital here except for this clown? Exactly. They don't even have the nerve to come to her funeral. 'Cause they know it's their fault, plain as the nose on your face.
But... Quiet, everyone! Please. This isn't about pointing the finger at anyone. This isn't about St. Ursula's. It's about Irma, my mother, your friend. Finley? Yeah? I'm sorry I have to ask you this. But perhaps it would be best if you leave. But please, I don't want this argument to ruin Irma's funeral. Memorial. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Let's talk later. Okay. Man, that didn't go how I expected. Looks like my cell phone had no reception at Gilbert's. Me and Carl both tried to call me. Hey, Finley. Thanks for calling me back. I was worried when I saw you today. Are you okay? I'd be lying if I said I was. Oh, I don't know if it'll help, but I actually have plans for tonight. I think I need to get my mind off things, and I'm guessing you might want to as well. If you come along, we could help each other. Tina will be there too. Sure, why not? Oh, I just got off work. I'm standing in the middle of the town square. Perfect, I'm heading your way now. Let's meet at the hospital entrance, okay? All right, See you soon. Okay, I need to get my water. I will be right back. Thank you for waiting. Get these back in my ears. To the hospital. Although you'd figure if she was wanting to meet us halfway, she'd meet us, like, outside the... like, at the edge of town. I hope your evening went better than mine. Coffee shop's closed now. Is the funeral over already? Dr. Kukowski told me you were there. Sure was. There was an argument. People said it was my fault Irma died. What? I wanted to explain myself, but didn't get the chance. That's so mean. It makes me so angry. Yeah. Can we change the subject, maybe? Anything special going on in your life? Well, today's my stage debut. What do you mean? I'm rehearsing with the Porcupine Amateur Dramatics Group for the first time. Wanna come watch? I want to get used to having an audience. Do I need to do anything? Watch, listen, nod. And don't be too harsh a critic. I could do that. Yay, let's go! The rehearsal's taking place on the small stage in the park. I'm guessing that's better to reach going either way. How can they be doing this outside? Aren't they cold? Mia! I'm so glad you came. And you brought Finley with you too. Yes, I asked if he wanted to come. But just to watch. Watching? Nonsense. You're just in time. One of our members dropped out today. Caught a flu at the hibernation festival or something. Oh no, can we still rehearse without them? Sure we can. You brought the perfect replacement. But... Oh yes, Finley, please say you'll join. I'm sure that's just what I need to feel more comfortable in my first role. Alright. Yay! Woo! I was in theater group in elementary school, but I might be a little rusty. What's the play? Will it even work with someone new in the role? That's what's so great. We're an improv troupe. We give everyone a role at the start of the show, then just see what happens. And tonight we've got something very special in store. A terrible crime that needs solving.
I'm scared already.
You're telling me. And you, Finley, are going to be our detective, the private eye. The guy who was a little too tough for the police. You're basically the referee. It'll be great practice for the rest of the group. Oh, okay. I hope I can pull this off. I know you can. This is gonna be great. Is everyone ready? Yep. I'm already pumped. Let's go. All right. You've all been given a brief on your roles. Any questions? Good. Folks, we've got 2 new additions today. So to celebrate, I've come up with something special. Listen up, everyone. We open on an old hospital. It's 6 in the morning. There's a storm outside. There's rain coming down in buckets as one by one you enter the building. Shortly after the shift begins, we hear the chief physician's voice break into a horrifying scream.
Ah!
Come on, you can do better than that. Let me feel your terror. Much better. A body has been found in the chief physician's office. But it's not just any body. It's the body of the chief physician's personal assistant. You gather in the break room. The fresh coffee is still bubbling in the pot when the door flies open once more. Into the room strides none other than the city's most famous detective. Finley, that's your cue. His face is grave, his steps determined, and so the questioning begins. Finley, you just let me know when you're ready to give your verdict, okay? Okay. All right, folks. Let the interrogation begin.
You don't understand how awful it was. If it were just a dead body, I wouldn't have been so shocked. I've seen more than a few of them over the course of my career. But in my office? Before my 3rd cup of coffee? What's the world coming to? How am I doing, Finley? Am I convincing?
You're doing great, but you need to stay in character.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
I'd like to ask you about the incident.
Yes, of course. I think we all want to get to the bottom of this. And as soon as possible, too.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
I'm busy, so keep it short.
Very well, I'll be brief. Where were you when the incident happened?
I wasn't in the building at the time of the incident. I'd already left early yesterday evening. I always try to get here as early as possible as a rule. That way I can finish the day's work early, too. Only today my car broke down, so I didn't arrive until the same time as the rest of the staff. The breakdown service took forever, but maybe that was lucky for me in the end. Otherwise it could have been me lying here cold on the floor. Horrible. That does rule me out as completely as a suspect, though.
I see. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just can't stop wondering why it had to happen in my office of all places, and how. The only person with the key besides me was my assistant, and we couldn't stand each other. I don't know what he was doing in my office. As far as I know, he was never in my office unless I was there too. His key was only for emergencies.
You suspect anyone?
If you ask me, it was the nurse anyway. My PA made some nursing cuts a few weeks ago, and I've heard nothing but complaints ever since. She also has a penchant for being unprofessionally emotional, if you know what I mean.
All right.
Please hurry up.
I'll talk to Penguin person here. It's really terrible what happened. I still can't believe it. I was even here when the crime took place and I still couldn't do anything. Where were you at the time? Where in the building were you at the time of the crime? I always come in extra early, because I like to work in peace before the hustle and bustle starts. So I sat in my office all morning, going through patient records. I haven't been here long. I was eager for a fresh start after my previous hospital. I get along very well with everyone here, but I'm still trying to get up to speed. Anything unusual? As you may already know, I'm pretty new here, though I probably wouldn't even notice if there was something out of the ordinary. But maybe that will help you provide a more objective view than your colleagues. Yes, I suppose so. I don't want to make any false accusations, but there is one thing as it happens. The chief physician came to see me a few days ago. She asked me to keep an eye on the janitor. I think he was seen hanging around my floor a few times heading into the storeroom. Some people suspect him of stealing medication. And have you noticed anything? No, I've never seen him there. But maybe the murder victim caught him in the act. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, truly. At the risk of sounding like a phony, I respect her very much, and I am glad to have the opportunity to work under her. I think I could still learn a lot from her. Yes, I'm happy to help if I can. I don't know how that could have happened. It was the chief physician. I'm sure of it. You've got to believe me. She would have done anything for him, but she swept that under the table. If he threatened her with it, she wouldn't hesitate to resort to such means. Anything to preserve her career. I did see her leaving the building last night, when I was just starting my night shift, but that doesn't mean anything at all. And where were you at the time of the crime? Me? I was only here for a cigarette break. I just got back from the night shift. I was going to go straight home after that. Is there anything else that might be relevant besides your theories? Well, I don't know if it's really relevant, but before the PA started here, he worked at another hospital. But he was falsely accused of involuntary manslaughter, so they fired him. Can you imagine that? I told you, the chief physician, of course. Haven't you ever seen a detective drama? I heard the news when she first started here, but I've never really talked to her. I don't think she liked her PA very much. She's sneaky, I'm telling you. Thinks she's so much better than other people, just because she could boss us all around. I'm surprised she wasn't kicked out years ago. She's just a bad influence on everyone else. Alright. Oh man, I need a coffee. I'd love to help, but I've been busy all morning. Busy, huh? With what? Sometime last night that damn pipe in the basement burst again. That's the third time this month. Not that anyone cares. Everything's always underwater. So I spent the whole morning on my hands and knees down there tinkering around. And then I thought, what's that strange object in the water? And hey, presto, I had the murder weapon in my hand. Not that I knew at the time, obviously. And did you notice anything else?
I don't know if this is relevant, but I talked to the guy a lot. Out on the stairs after work. He's the only guy here that smokes apart from me, see? 2 days ago, he was saying some weird stuff. Thought someone was following him, stuff like that. I managed to calm him down, told him he was imagining it. Turns out he wasn't.
Alright, thanks for the tip.
Maybe the ambulance driver? It was always kind of weird when it came to the PA. Saw him sitting in front of the guy's office again yesterday. Don't know if that helps. We used to smoke together. That was pretty nice, actually. He's quit now, so we don't see each other that often anymore. But he's also been a little weird recently. Maybe he wants a job or something, but he's been chasing the PA around a lot. I think she's avoiding me, but I don't know why. Well, I don't think my boss would kill anyone. She has a lot of money and a nice apartment. Why would she ruin all that? Nah, I don't see her doing that. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, we have new questions now. You told me earlier that you and your PA couldn't stand each other, correct?
That's correct.
Interesting. Especially as I've heard from various sources that the two of you got along very well.
That is wild speculation. And anyway, it should make me even less of a suspect, if anything. True, I lied, but I only did it for the sake of my image. I don't want to be the kind of boss who's known for playing favorites, so I treat everyone the same. I don't think I've ever talked to him. I don't interact with most of the employees here on a regular basis, if you know what I mean. She hasn't been here long, just a couple months, but she's proven a good fit. I was a little skeptical at first, because I didn't know if she was assertive enough. This worked out fine in the end. She's normally very reliable. Though I did find a stack of uncompleted files on her desk just today. I'll be honest with you. I've always had the suspicion that he was up to something crooked. He's always creeping around everywhere, cropping up where you least expect him. I think he's been stealing, but I don't have any proof yet. Please hurry up.
Do you know how your chief physician felt about her assistant? And where was she today?
I don't know what kind of relationship my boss had with the PA, but she always leaves the building at the same time on Mondays. I think it's because she wants to catch that show about doctors on TV, which is always on at that time. That's what someone told me once, at least. I don't know if she's a suspect, but I think she's a smart woman. I don't think she would have killed anyone in her own office, or she'd be one of the most obvious suspects. But that's just my opinion. She was cursing her head off when she arrived this morning, too, because her car broke down. I saw them towing it away.
You said you got along with them, but I've heard differently. I've been reliably informed that you didn't have a good relationship with the murder victim.
I've never tried to hide it. Maybe not everyone knew, but that suited me just fine. Yeah, me and the PA, we clashed pretty often. He didn't always agree with my methods and opinions. And yeah, sometimes that made me angry. But angry enough to kill him? I'd never do that. No one gets along with every single one of their colleagues, and I'm no exception. That's normal. I've seen him in the corridors a few times, but apart from a friendly nod here and there, we'd never really interacted. At the risk of
Well, okay, I already asked this.
I mainly stay out of his way, since my boss pointed out her suspicions to me. I know she said to keep an eye on him, but I just always get shivers down my spine at the idea of having dealings with a criminal. Yes, I'm happy to help if I can.
You said you were taking a cigarette break, but you don't smoke anymore, do you?
I'm not a murderer. I would never kill him. No, I don't smoke, but I am allowed to go anywhere in the hospital, wherever I want, especially to my own brother's office door. You heard right, he was my brother, and I would never hurt my own family. I'd rather kill myself. He may not have wanted to see me, but I can't help that he died before he could change his mind, and I know he would have done if I could have just talked to him again yesterday. I heard the news when she first started here, but I've never really talked to her. I don't think she liked her PA very much. Might have asked that already. He's a nice guy. We used to smoke together a lot, because our shifts synced up well. They don't sync up so much anymore. But he's pretty reliable and nicer than most of the others.
I already know that. Were you aware that the ambulance driver was actually the brother of the victim? Did I know they were related? Of course, I hired him after all. I'm not stupid. My assistant didn't like his brother very much. We discussed the prospect of hiring him on several occasions, but in the end he said his brother was weird but harmless. In fact, he was a very peaceable person. All the same, he didn't want to talk to him. I get any new information?
No, I couldn't stand him. But that doesn't make me a murderer. If I went around wanting to murder people, I'd have started actually doing it a long time ago. Not that I'm saying I did. Fact is, he just wasn't a nice guy. Ask the new doctor, she'll tell you. He really had it in for her. That's more of a motivation to kill him than I've ever had. Besides, I was on duty on another ward all night, so I couldn't have killed him anyway. Like I said, I was on duty. I don't know exactly when he was killed, but you're welcome to talk to all the patients on the ward. I spent a lot of time there that morning, having a very long conversation with the woman in room 7. She didn't feel well and she really wanted to talk to somebody about it, not to mention giving them her whole life story. I remember wondering about the light that was on in the chief physician's office, though that was sometime in the early morning. No, I didn't see anyone. Or, wait.
The janitor. I saw the janitor on that floor. He said he was looking for a ladder for some repair work. Unfortunately, I couldn't help him. I had my hands full myself that morning. Oh, sorry, I already read that. Did the new doctor really get along with everyone? Because I heard different. The new doctor? I don't really know anything about her. I wasn't that interested either. I just overheard that she and the PA clashed a lot. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that they came here from the same hospital. Their name was similar anyway, but whether they knew each other back then, I have no idea. It's a while since the PA left there. I ran into her several times yesterday. She said she wanted to move some files from her office into other offices. Spent all morning carrying boxes around. It has been implied that you might have had a motive after all. Namely, a personal dislike combined with the nursing cuts. I already told you that I didn't like him. But that doesn't mean I killed him. Being temperamental doesn't mean that I'm a murderer. Yeah, he made the nursing service even worse than it already was, and I could have laid into him about it then. But did I do it? No. Am I sad that he's dead? No. I'm still not a murderer. I don't know who that is. Did you never have any contact with each other? No, never. You know, a hospital like this is a big place. If I ran around the building all day trying to make friends, do you know what would happen then? We'd have a lot fewer patients and a lot more funerals. That's what. I mean, she's my boss. What more can I say? We work on the same ward. The only thing I really remember was that the PA gave her a lot of stick. Most of it uncalled for. I have no idea if she had a problem with that. We get along all right. He's quite a nice guy. Not very talkative, but I think we just both enjoy not having to talk for a change. I have to think that the hospital would collapse without him. Oh dear, oh dear. You suspect her? Oh, when I was on the other ward, she was on duty there just like she was meant to be. Because of her temper? I always thought it was just a rumor. There's another nurse on the ward who has frequent outbursts of anger, but the nurse dealt with it herself more often than not, because she understood the reasons behind it. I think she just cares a lot about her team. I've been asking around a bit here. Several people said they saw you. What? The nurse saw me? It's just fetching some tools like she thought. Honestly. Okay, I wasn't, I confess. I snuck out of the basement. But I didn't kill him. Sometimes I take medication from the hospital. Only a little, it's just all so expensive. So sometimes I take things that nobody needs anymore anyway. That's why I was in the ward, but that's the only reason. Saw her on the ward yesterday. Didn't talk, but then that's normal for us. She's always busy, really. Yeah, whatever. I respect anybody who works in nursing. I can hardly imagine the pressure these people must be under. Even though I've heard that some of them don't handle it too well.
I mean, she does excellent work, no question. But her temperament was more of a hindrance than a help. And the PA recently made some nursing cuts. Other than that, she was certainly meant to be on duty, but you never know what people are actually up to.
don't know if it's right, but I'm guessing it's this person. Do you know anything regarding the whereabouts of the janitor today? The janitor's a suspect? But why would he want to kill my brother? I always thought he was good-natured, but maybe I was wrong about him too. But didn't he find the murder weapon as well? And he didn't know what it was? If I killed someone, I wouldn't turn the murder weapon over to the police. But who knows what goes on in his head? She's busy most of the time, but I think we'd get along just fine. Sometimes she smiles at me in the hallways, so I think she believes that too. This is tough. Well, I don't want this to take too long. So, I don't think it was the janitor. The car did break down for the chief physician. The only one that seemed to have issue was with the PA was the nurse and the ambulance driver, who was the brother. But yeah, I think I'm gonna assume it's the ambulance driver. I'm not sure if I'm right, though. What do you think? Can you reconstruct the course of the events? I'll try. Oh, fantastic. So, who did it? The case is absolutely clear. It's only one person who could have committed this heinous act, even though every single one of you had a motive. The solution is crystal clear. The ambulance driver. No, but no, it really wasn't. Does that mean one of us didn't play the role well enough, or is it you that's a problem? I'm a doctor, not a detective. That's probably just as well. It was obviously the new doctor. After all, she was the only one whose alibi was contradicted by anyone. She said she spent all morning working on the files, but the nurse was very clear she kept running into the doctor in the hallway. So, what was the motive then? Isn't it obvious? The PA and the new doctor used to work at the same hospital. The involuntary manslaughter that got him fired, but which they could never prove was him, that was actually a murder that she committed. And it didn't go down well with her when someone else got the credit for it. In fact, she took it so badly that she followed him to his new hospital, and when she got him in the chief physician's office, she seized her opportunity for revenge. It's very simple when you think about it. Yeah, sure. So what did you think of the show? The show? Well, if you can even call all that heavy acting a show, then I'd say it was pretty straightforward. I can't believe you couldn't solve the murder. Hey, why not? It was tough. That bunch of amateurs made it easy for you. Hey, that's not very nice. Niceness has nothing to do with it. It's about acting, the only thing that keeps us grounded in this world. You have any tips for me? I don't know if it's worth the effort. Can't really spare the time. I must leave now. Farewell. You don't have any tips, do you? Hello? The statue's not answering anymore. Too bad you couldn't solve the murder. It's okay. I still had fun. Glad to hear it.
Ooh, that was exciting. My knees are still knocking.
I think my acting needs a little more practice. I'm gonna get going now. What about you guys?
I'll stay here in the fresh air for a while longer. Finley, do you have a moment?
Alright, get home safe then. Night-night, crime busters!
I didn't know it was about a murder. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too much for you. I really enjoyed it though. Without you, I probably wouldn't have come.
Thanks for getting my mind off things.
Finley, I don't know how you're feeling right now. I don't know what it's like when somebody dies on you for the first time. But I have to assume that it'll happen to me sometime too. And I'm pretty scared of it. Terrified, actually. But it's also part of the job. And a good doctor needs to be able to handle it.
Hey, it might never happen to you. You're a great doctor.
I think that's unrealistic. But when it happens, I want to be ready. What are you thinking right now?
Not much. All I want to do right now is sleep.
And thank you for joining in. I wouldn't have had the nerves for it without you. Maybe you'll want to do it again in the future. But next time I want to be the detective.
I'd be honored to have you solve my murder. I want to keep going.
Keeping going. Maybe that's what it's all about in the end. Moving on. I want to keep going too. With life here in Porcupine, I mean. I think I like it here. The people, the little streets. The Hibernation Festival was great. I think I could feel at home here. Especially with a partner in crime like you. Let's make sure that as few people die here as possible. That's the deal. Deal?
Yes. Deal. All the world's a stage. Need to see if Alfio's outside. Won't let me. I hope he's okay. Can't wait to get a good night's sleep. Good night, world. Someone threw snowballs at my window. I hope it wasn't my old houseplant back for revenge. Hey, good morning.
I've had better, let me tell you. I was just resting my eyes, letting my soul relax for a while. I had a nice dream just starting up about a nice hot fondue. Then all of a sudden, stampede! This huge crowd of people came storming by. No consideration for my beauty sleep. They looked angry.
Really? Someone threw snowballs at my window this morning. Maybe it was the same people. Why were they angry?
How should I know? They were headed for the old town.
Weird. I'll keep my eyes open.
Good idea. Take care, buddy.
Maybe I should check on the Fisher guy before I go over there. There he is. So how are you doing?
I'm okay. You?
I'm okay.
Sometimes that's the way it is.
Sometimes that's the way it is. It is what it is. That's a screenshot.
Sure is.
And your sister?
Getting by. Your hospital?
Yep, getting by.
The river flows.
The river flows. The river's beautiful, if you look closely.
Most beautiful thing in the world, Finley. Most beautiful thing in the world.
I don't know why it did that, but okay. Time to face the angry mob. View. Adele, are you alright?
Dear Lord,
What?
I almost got trampled by a crowd of people. They were really fired up. I asked what they were up to, but nobody listened to me. It reminded me of the Great Riot of Sandalwood. Would you like to learn about that, my budding historian?
You know what? I haven't gotten to hear any of your history stories, so sure.
You should always make time for history. It always has something to teach us for the future. It all happened one hot summer in Sandalwood. Very different weather to what we're experiencing right now. At the time, Sandalwood was also known as the Citrus City. A lot of the people there worked with citrus products, you see. Juice, candies, soaps. In time, Sandalwood became very wealthy. The huge variety of citrus cakes at the famous Lime Cream Bakery were especially popular. Eventually, though, the owner of the bakery got greedy. From one day to the next, the prices of her cakes and pies went up to 5 times what they used to be. At the same time, she started using lower-grade fruit in her baked goods. People caught on and called for a boycott. Things got so out of hand, almost half the old town was burned to the ground. All through the local area, the air stank of citrus for weeks to come. That's why they call it the Citrus Summer. A beautiful name for a terrible incident. The owner of the pastry shop got away with it. However, strict requirements for citrus food products were established soon after, and before long she left town and was never seen again. There you have it, the Great Riot of Sandalwood.
Fascinating. You haven't seen a crowd of angry people, have you? Think we know where they're going. You're finally open during the day.
Would you like a hot coffee?
Sure, I'd love one. Might help against the cold.
Ah, finally.
Thank you. I just saw a crowd passing through here. I thought I'd hit the jackpot, but they weren't interested in coffee, unfortunately. Was it a big crowd? Where did they go?
Fort St. Ursula's.
I'm guessing you're heading that way too? Well, you can't miss them. Hear the rumbling.
There's lots of people here. I thought maybe there'd be gifts. Chocolate. But actually everyone's just angry. I don't like it.
How much more money are you gonna squeeze from us?
Don't you work at the hospital too? I sure do, and it's been far too long. I can't do all this anymore. I've been slaving away for years. No private life, no downtime. I want to make my voice heard. These people have valid points. Why don't you join us? We could really make a difference here.
We want to see the numbers. I'm telling you, St. Ursula's Hospital has got to go. How many of you have suffered here? How many of you have emptied your pockets into their coffers? The fees go up every month, but the quality of the treatment gets worse and worse. The staff are overworked, and the building's falling apart to boot. Will we keep accepting this? Will we keep on sacrificing our loved ones to this hospital? No! Absolutely not!
What? What's this about?
There's our specialist. What are your plans for the day, con artist?
Let me pass, Ralph.
Go ahead. I'm sure you've got plenty corrupt shenanigans to be dealing with. We'll just see how many more lives you take before someone stops you. That's right, get lost. Down with St. Ursula's! Down with St. Ursula's!
You know, this feels a little short-sighted. This is a small town. If they only have one hospital, what do they expect to happen? They have to go to the next town over? A lot of these people don't have cars. Ingrid, have you seen the people out there?
Oh, sure. Bit of an overreaction if you ask me.
Do you think we should call the police or something?
Don't worry about it, kid. This isn't the first time we've had angry folk show up at our door. I'm sure the protest has been cleared with the authorities. So right now there isn't much we can do. Ralph's always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. But when he gets an idea in his head, he doesn't let it go again easily.
So you're not worried? There's even a nurse in the crowd.
No, not really. Criticism comes with the territory. After all, no one comes here leaves feeling amazingly refreshed and rejuvenated. At best, they'll just feel normal again. And if they don't, well, that's when certain kinds of people get angry. As long as they don't actually charge inside the hospital, it's all good. Dr. Theobald's already on the case. By the way, he was asking after you this morning. Seems like every day he wants something from you now, Guess he likes you. But you can go straight up onto your ward. That's where he is right now, anyway.
Okay. Thank you, Ingrid. It seems your whole fan club is here today, Finlay. And not just that, Dr. Theobald's waiting for you too. You're a popular doctor today. Have you seen Dr. Theobald around? I certainly have. He's in our break room, which is why I'm keeping out of there right now. We've been clashing on a few matters lately. As such, I don't have much desire for small talk. I heard he wants to talk to me. Of course he does. Please keep it brief. We have work to do. Dr. Theobald, have you heard about
The people in front of the building? Of course. But first, I have a question for you. Did you go to Mr. DeCalma's funeral service?
Yes, and I think it helped me. Thanks for the tip. I'm afraid I'm partly to blame for the protests, though.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the funeral seemed quite normal at first, but then they started saying it was my fault Irma died. I didn't know what to do.
You know, there's one thing you unfortunately need to be aware of working here. When you work at a hospital, problems become part of your daily routine. Generally speaking, someone comes to us with a problem. Sometimes the problem can be fixed, but sometimes, however, fortunately, it cannot. We don't have secret superpowers. All we can do is make people feel like they were before. That is our business, day in, day out. When we succeed, we are rarely rewarded with positive words or deeds. Yet if we fail, a negative response is never far away. That's the way it is, sadly. And our profession is far from unique in that regard. I'm sure you're familiar with the phenomenon yourself. We don't get a chance to provide a diagnosis until something's already not behaving as it should.
So what can we do to get these people to calm down?
Don't worry about it, please. I will not allow my staff to be attacked or harassed. I'll talk to the protesters and sort things out.
And what can I do?
Do your job. Help those who need help. Solve as many problems as possible. Even though not all of them will be solvable.
Okay. I wish you the best of luck. I imagine you have questions. I'm sure you want to know how I feel about all this. Whether I'm worried about that little protest down there. Let's both do ourselves a favor and skip that part of the conversation. Please get started with your assignments for today. We'll talk later. All right. So we've got the older owl lady, the young owl lady, and the wheelchair buffalo. Which I think they said is also a lady? Alright. Let's check on the little girl first.
Hello, Mr. Doctor. Guess what? My tummy ache's gone. And my mom's coming to pick me up today.
Great. I'm really glad to hear that. Shall we give you one last checkup before you go home then? I don't have great patience like you here very often, so I need to make the most of it. That's cute. Time to give a shot. Probably gonna go for that section, but let's double check. Yeah, I think we'll go for here. Come on, girl, don't shake so much. There we go. Perfect. Well, you've got just about the healthiest tummy I've seen all week. My colleague gave your mom a letter for your pediatrician earlier. Now you need to be careful what you eat in the future, okay? Can you promise me you'll do that?
Yes. Dr. Gerda said the same thing. That I should listen to you. And you know what?
What?
She says you're a good doctor.
Really?
Yes, because you made my tummy ache go away. And she says you made her tummy ache go away too. But you know what else?
No, what?
Dr. Gerda's a good doctor too. Because she made my homesickness go away every night.
You're right there, Emma. My colleague will take you down to see your mom in a minute, okay? Take care, Emma.
Bye!
Sleep, girl. Let's see, the old lady.
What's all that racket out there?
Just an angry mob of people dissatisfied with our work.
What do they know? They don't have the first clue how difficult our work even is, do they?
How are you doing today?
You tell me. That's why you're here, isn't it?
All right, then. Okay, so blue is fine, but we need to boost orange. So if we do that, we need something to bring
Okay, so maybe this then? And then this? And then something to bring the red down. Oh, okay, I see. We need this one. There we go. Perfect. Your liver readings are improving.
Good.
But I'm afraid you'll need to stay with us for a few more days.
Well, it hasn't killed me yet. That's why you've still got the pleasure of treating me.
Thank goodness for that.
Don't let it go to your head. I know what the situation is in this hospital. Even I need to put up with an apprentice doctor. I've not forgotten my duty to teach the next generation. So go ahead, learn something.
Well, at least you're doing okay. Now to check on Ted. Hey, buddy.
So we meet again.
Theodora. To what do I owe the pleasure?
It's my lungs. The weather's doing a number on me right now. I need regular checkups. I have an artificial heart valve. Then there's the severe hypoxia.
You're saying your blood isn't being supplied with enough oxygen?
Exactly. I get by, but I'd feel better if someone gave me a once-over.
Sure. Allow me to play this minigame that I suck at. Here we go. Yeah, I suck really bad at this game. I am not good at this game. Your lungs are fine. Your heart, too. I didn't know you could hear a heart valve.
Yes. Not a bad party trick, huh?
Ingrid downstairs can write you a prescription for your medication.
Right, that's what I call fast service.
By the way, things are a little crazy around here right now. Be careful when you head out the door.
I noticed, yeah.
I have a lot on my mind right now. Let me take a quick look at your results. A cab! I understand all too well that you're under a lot of pressure right now. Nevertheless, your performance is solid. There's hope for you yet. I have some organizational tasks to deal with now. Have a nice evening. Take care of yourself. Do you think the protesters are still outside? I expect Dr. Theobald's dealing with that. Don't worry so much, Finley. These kinds of things can weigh you down. But it'll all blow over in a few days. You've got the day off tomorrow. Sleep in late. Time off is precious. Enjoy it. Is he in his office? Dr. Theobald, are you there? Dr. Theobald? Where did he go? Looks like he was here not long ago. Maybe there was an emergency? Shelf looks the same as always. Everything's still where it was this morning. It's like Dr. Theobald's just vanished into thin air. Maybe he fell through a rift in time and space. He could be living in another dimension right now, a world where pizza can cure cancer.
So, Finley, we meet again. Does the boss have time right now? I need to talk to him.
Dr. Theobald's not here. His office is empty.
What? Strange. I mean, Theobald usually leaves the door to his office open, but only when he's actually in it.
Have you seen him around today?
Nope, that's why I'm here. The people on the ward can't sleep with all that commotion outside. I was going to ask Dr. Theobald for help, last resort before I go out there and kick some butt myself.
I spoke to him this morning. He assured me he was going to smooth the situation over.
Well, guess that didn't happen, huh? I just bumped into Mia, too. She was pretty upset, poor thing.
Mia? What was wrong with her?
No idea. I called after her, but she ignored me. She just said that Mr. Arndez was back.
Mr. Arndez?
Yeah. You remember that old geezer, right?
Why is he back?
Always with the questions. Grandpa was sent to the best rehab money could buy at our expense. Then he's not back here 2 minutes before he goes and poisons himself. Probably thought his wood oil was a bottle of gin.
Is he...
Of course not. What is it with you and the drama?
Which way did she run?
Upstairs. Arndez is on the 4th floor. If I had to guess, I'd say she's up there.
I'll go take a look.
All right, guess I'll hunt down the boss.
Thank you, Sandra.
No problem.
In my steps. Have you seen Mia?
Yes, she just scurried past me. She was on her way to see a patient. Have you lost something?
No. Well, yeah, maybe.
Weird answer. Well, if I find something, I'll keep hold of it. Once you've decided if you've lost something, you can ask again.
What? Hello, young grasshopper. Dr. Galtera, is there a Mr. Arndez here in this ward?
My duty would normally prohibit me from simply divulging such information. But I can feel the tension in the air. It surrounds us, it permeates us, it holds the universe together. Yes, Mr. Willie Arndez is a guest on this ward. He was just setting out for a walk down the hall. One of my own favorite cure-alls, as it happens.
So, is he in the hallway then? Yep, there he is.
Mr. Arndez, can you listen to me for a moment, please? Buttercup, I don't have to put up with this. I already told you I didn't steal any blueberry pudding. And why didn't I get a pickle with my dinner today? Mr. Arndez, please, I need your help. Why does everyone keep asking for my help? I just want to be left alone, damn it. Who are all those people out there anyway? Clear off. You're not getting my money. Mr. Arndez.
Mia.
Billy, there you are.
What's going on here?
I wanted to do something. I have to do something. What happened? Why are you talking to Mr. Arndis? I was just on my way home. Those people, they're so angry. They called me names and threw things at me. I can't go on like this anymore. I'm here to help people, aren't I? Why are they getting on my back for that? I know, Mia, I know. Last time Mr. Arndis was here, he was barely responsive. I was hoping to ask him about the night of your accident. Maybe he knows something. That's not a bad idea. Mr. Arndis, can I ask you something?
What is it now? You... Don't I know you, sonny boy?
Yes, we've met before. You were at this hospital a little while ago, last fall. You had an accident. Do you remember?
Yes. I know your voice. What happened exactly? Tell me.
We were looking for you. We think the broken elevator took us both to the disused ward. I found you there. You were injured.
Oh, that was you? I was just trying to get back to my room. I don't know how I ended up in that place.
What do you remember about it?
Not much. I'm not as young as I was. I was looking for my room. The hallway was completely dark, but someone had left the desk lamp on. There was a bed covered in folders and paperwork.
And then?
Then I heard your voice. Not the most pleasant way to wake up. That's not even mentioning the headache.
Is that all you can remember?
No, after that I was back in this blasted hospital. My time at the rehab place was worth it though. I've not had a beet lasagna that delicious since I was a kid.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Arndis. You've been a great help. What does it mean? A lot. He remembered the desk, Mia. That bed I saw on the 5th floor with the documents on it. Carl said there was nothing there. But Mr. Arndis saw it too. Exactly. So what now? We need to let Carl know. Maybe he'll know what to do with this information. Hey Carl, what are you up to?
Wait, do you have a hidden camera in my apartment? I was just about to call you.
Things are starting to get out of hand here. Me and I want to do something about it.
What a coincidence. I was thinking exactly the same thing. Come on over, I've already got an idea. Wait, have you ever been to my place before?
No.
I live on the high street next to the bakery.
Got it. We're on our way. Greetings, dear sparks of the soul. Dr. Gautiera, are you all right? It is what it is. It is as it should be. Have you seen Dr. Theobald by any chance? We're starting to get worried. That is definitely unusual. No, I haven't felt his awe today. Should I see him, I will tell him of your feelings.
It just...
It's gonna be a long night. Good job. I've just put on a fresh pot of coffee. Good luck, Ingrid. Mia didn't change her clothes. Oh, she did. We might want to go around the back.
Yeah, good idea. Alright, alright. So quiet. I wonder if Pina will be at her place still. And I wonder what happened to Dr. Theobald. Jog, 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 jog. Look, there's something about St. Ursula's in the newspaper. Life in an unhealthy healthcare system. Interesting conversations and exclusive insights. Read the full 3-page report in tomorrow's edition.
Oh, cute. The stain looks a little like you, Finley.
Yeah. What a coincidence, right? I can barely believe it myself.
Maybe Pina used you as inspiration for this artwork.
Here we go. Hello? Hey, Carl, it's us.
What's the password?
Password?
You didn't give us a password.
True. I guess that one's on me.
Can you let us in, please? It's pretty cold out here.
Not without the password. Hold on, I just need a minute to think of one. Okay, alright, I've got one. Password is mango. Keep it to yourselves, don't pass it on.
Great, will you let us in now?
Not until you give me the password.
Mango.
It's you guys. Very good, very good. What are you standing out there for? Come on in. It's way too cold outside.
And then Finley came along. Mr. Andes hasn't exactly confirmed that, but he said he remembers stacks of folders and a bright light.
What are you thinking, Carl?
I think that all fits together. I used my involuntary vacation to do some thinking. I never liked this whole situation right from the start. First, though, I need to apologize to you, Finley. Was never quite sure if you'd been imagining things or not when you had your accident. But I can see now that you were onto something.
So what are our conclusions?
That we need to go deeper.
Deeper?
You know, I'm the longest serving member of staff at St. Ursula's after Ingrid. I do the rotas, manage our inventory, and put our orders together.
What are you getting at?
We need to go to the hospital's document archive. That could be where we find the answers to what's going on here.
You mean the big storeroom in the basement? Surely we can't just walk in there.
No, the storeroom's always locked. Even I don't have access to it. But I have an idea how we can get in there. It'll require perfect teamwork, though. This is a delicate matter, like an ornate glass figurine. We need to consider our every move carefully, like chess grandmasters.
Oh, you've really put some thought into this.
Of course I have. So listen carefully. Old Glendower has all the keys to the building in his office, including the key for the archive. That's the one we need to get.
And how are we going to do that?
Sometimes, sometimes Gregor stays at the hospital late into the night. Seems like he's got some kind of project he works on in his office after hours. I don't know what it is, but he sure puts a lot of time into it. And over the course of many night shifts, I've noticed something. At exactly 1 a.m. every night, he leaves his office and sets off to see Ingrid. Yes, that's it. Slowly he sets out on his trusted path. Step by step. Foot by foot. His mind never straying from his goal. Until he finally reaches Ingrid's desk. The two always spend a while chatting, and Gregor grabs a coffee and heads back to his office. And you know what? He goes on his little walk, he never locks his office. That gives us the perfect window to get in there. Finley, you wait until Gregor leaves his office. That's when you go in to look for the archive.
Sounds good, but he must have lots of keys. It'll take me a while to find the right one.
No problem. That's where Mia and I come in. Word on the street says you're a talented actress, Mia.
What? Me?
Good evening, my dearies. What's with the disguise? I'm on leave right now, right? It's best if I stay incognito while I'm at the hospital for now. I don't want any more trouble. Okay. Good. Now where was I? Please pay no attention to me. I'm just an old, fragile little granny. Just here to visit her little son. I suppose I'd better head up to his room. Oops! Oh my! My hip! Such pain! Ow!
Don't worry, I'm coming. Fear not, I am a competent junior doctor. I'm here to help this poor old lady. Looks like she took a bad fall with no outside interference whatsoever.
What's this now?
If you get a costume, I want one too. After all, I'm playing the courageous doctor in shining armor.
Alright, I guess.
As I was saying, I rushed right here now to help this injured person. This looks bad. You there with the broom.
What, me?
You look strong. I implore you, help me with this old lady.
What's with the amateur dramatics?
No drama here, sir. This is serious. I need to make sure that this person has not sustained any more severe injuries.
Alright. And then boom! He is ours. The perfect plan. Now there's just one thing left to do. Head down to the basement and into the document archive. Good job, team. It's heist time. Before we go in here, what exactly are we looking for? Not quite sure yet, but we'll know when we see it. Wait a second. Door was already open. What? That can't be right. That door's always locked. Maybe so, but it wasn't today.
Maybe... Maybe you're right, Carl.
Let's check it out. Someone was in here recently.
How do you know that?
The layer of dust isn't as thick as usual. I haven't been here in ages, but something just feels different. Like someone's disturbed the energy of the room. Since when are you the mystical type? Hey, back off, I can sense these things. You'd better take a look around. Maybe we'll find something unusual. In movies, archives like this are full of secrets and treasures. In real life, I guess they're full of boredom too. Medical records, doctor's letters, studies, lab results. Some of these documents are older than my parents. There must be loads of thrilling stories stashed away down here. Look up here.
Lee, get down from there. You'll break your neck.
He is right. We all know those boxes are out to get you.
How did you get up there anyway?
It doesn't matter. Someone's taken some folders off these shelves. You can still see a print in the dust. It's pretty obvious something's missing. What? Let me see. Yes. It's definitely not normal. No, it doesn't look like it, but there actually is a system in this archive. And something's clearly missing here. This empty space should be filled with at least 7 years' worth of receipts and bills. You're right, Carl. Why do you sound so surprised? I thought you'd be used to that by now.
Do you think this means anything?
I think it does. What's really interesting is that all the missing files should belong to the same time period. They'll all be documents that would potentially be needed for communication with the health insurance companies. Those kinds of documents don't just disappear.
But they might have been moved to another location because they're still needed. Like an old hospital bed on the 5th floor, for instance?
That's gotta be it.
There must be someone who knows about this. Dr. Theobald, maybe?
I don't think so.
He hasn't been seen in a while.
Should we go to the police? There's someone outside.
We need to get out of here quickly.
Agreed.
What are you doing down here? Carl, is that you?
Sandra, we just stumbled on something big.
Have you seen Dr. Theobald?
We need to speak to him urgently.
The boss? I haven't seen a whiff of him. I need to see Halil and pick up some blood results. It's not like there's anyone here who's actually meant to be working on our ward. But you'd better settle in anyway. That crowd outside's way bigger now. I wouldn't be trying to head home right now if I were you. Not that I could think about clocking off. Too much to do. The wards are all pretty much full. So come on, make yourselves useful.
Chandra's right. Mainly, we should lend a hand on the ward.
What about the missing documents?
I'm sure that could wait. We need to give Gregor his key back, then help out upstairs.
You're right.
Could use a little help here.
That was Ingrid. Let's have a look.
Down with St. Ursula's! Here comes another of those bunglers.
Ralph, you crackpot. Just go home, okay?
You can't just come in here like this. It's not allowed. Please, just let us do our job. The noise you're making's bad enough. But more importantly than that, you're blocking the main entrance. That means you're stopping us from admitting any more patients. Please, just leave.
Bah! That's just a load of stupid excuses. Who's going to stop us? You? Patrick here has a terrible ailment. Exactly. Oh, the pain. That's enough. Not only did you cripple him for the rest of his life when you injured his arm years ago, that nasty little run attacked us both just the other week. Patrick's still recovering to this day. And that's not even mentioning the psychological trauma we both suffered. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, my arm. See, we have every reason to be here and every right too. We're not leaving until we get some answers. Get the chief physician out here now.
But hasn't Dr. Theobald come to speak to you all already? He assured me that...
Of course he hasn't. As if he would get his fat ass out of that comfy chair.
Will you all just listen for 1 minute?
If he's not going to come down here, we'll just have to take this to him. That's right. And you know what else?
Let me through, damn it!
Help, quickly!
What happened?
Renee, what's up?
This person... They were just standing next to me in the crowd. Then all of a sudden they fainted. I just managed to stop them from hitting the ground.
They don't look good. We should take them to the ward.
Typical. Always the same. The next poor soul for you to bleed dry.
Finley, lend a hand here.
But what about Dr. Theobald?
I'll try and find out where he is.
And I'll try to find out more about the missing documents, too. We'll talk later.
All right.
Let me through, you scumbags.
The patient's in very poor condition. I'm glad you brought him to us.
You know what's wrong with him?
I'll take care of this. Please just give me some time. Mia, Finley, please look after the ward. There's a lot to do, as ever. And this isn't helping.
Sure, we'll take care of it. I want to help too.
Good. Ask around the other wards, see if anyone else can help out.
Consider it done.
Okay. Don't you need any help here? What I need most of all is time. Best way for you to help me is to take care of the ward on your own. Forgive me if I can't monitor your work as closely as usual. You and Mia have been here a while now. Prove to me that I can trust you with our ward. Alright. We'll work our way back down. We'll deal with the owl lady first. Something's not right here, is it? Honestly, I'm not sure. Sure feels that way. The protest's still going on downstairs. It's got bigger even. Yes, I noticed. And we've had someone collapse on us too. One of the staff? No, a protester just keeled over out of nowhere. Dr. Krakowski's diagnosing him now, but we don't know what's wrong with him yet. You know, I've worked in the healthcare sector for decades. There have always been scandals, arguments, criticism. Some time ago, a large number of hospitals came to a decision that would end up having huge ramifications. Healthcare was improving, people were healing and recovering faster. In a very short time, the average length of a patient's hospital visit was halved. Accordingly, the hospitals decided to half their numbers of nursing staff. But the workload remained the same. So then came the overhauls, the saving strategies, that kind of thing. We're still seeing the effects of that decision today. I also see the shortcomings here at St. Ursula's too. What I'm trying to say is, I know what you're going through. I'd like to take a look at your readings, if that's okay. Of course. Well, she was worried about her liver. Yeah, let's try this combo. Okay, only 3, and they're in the wrong place. Yeah, let's get rid of the bone. Yes. Wait, I need stomach here, and this needs to be something else. Heart? Because I'm not sure if heart's the one that's needing to be around. I guess we'll try the tooth. So it still says 3, but that could mean anything. That could mean the bone was right, and someone else was wrong, and the tooth is right.
Hmm. Mm. This is a tough one. One of these needs to be swapped out. Um, maybe the maybe the heart one. Okay, so the foot is correct. Removing the heart was wrong. Hmm. What do I take out then? Okay. We know these two, right? Okay, so it's definitely not stomach, because stomach hasn't been anywhere else. And if heart does stay, I put it on the end twice, so it can't be there. We know this can't be blood. And it can't go in any of the other spots. There we go. Got it. I'm almost afraid to tell you this.
What is it? Is it all over for me?
No, quite the opposite. Your readings have improved significantly.
I wasn't expecting that, I must admit. But that's all part of the profession, too. Funny how things turn out sometimes.
You should rest a little more. I think you'll be able to go back home soon.
Your wish is my command. Oh, and one more thing. If I can help in any way, just say. I'd be glad to.
That's really nice of you. But you're a patient here. The only thing you need to work on is getting healthy again.
If you insist.
Glad she's doing better at least. Alright, let's check on these two. Hey, buddy. I see you have a gastrointestinal infection. That's true. And you had a colonoscopy last night? Correct. There are probably better ways to spend your evenings, right? You're not wrong there. Alright, let me take a look. Alright. Okay, so the tooth is definitely there. Two of the symbols I have are correct, but aren't in the right place. You don't know. I'm gonna assume that it might be the blood and the organ, because they did say it's an infection. So... okay. I did add one more that's correct. Let's change this to the stomach. Okay. So these are all the right symbols, so we just have to switch them. There we go. No serious abnormalities were found during your colonoscopy. Your symptoms indicate a flu-like infection. That's good because it's treatable, and it shouldn't trouble you for too long. But we need to get your electrolyte and water levels back up. You need to make sure you drink plenty of fluids, preferably tea. Okay. Wonder why you said preferably tea. Greetings. And the same to you. You're struggling with inflammation after an abdominal injury, right? Let's take a look then. Man. This is a textbook inflammation. But I can see you've had all the important vaccines. We need to cool the wound properly. And you'll need antibiotics to treat the infection. Got it. For now, I'll just keep as still as possible. A good idea. And get well soon. Finley, can you give me a hand, please? Oh, it was me asking. I've just finished my assignments. That's music to my ears. Can I take a look? While we're looking after the ward on our own, we should compare results to keep each other on track. Abba. That looks pretty good. Not too different from my results. We make a great team. I'm not sure how to say this. I'm a little overwhelmed right now. All our beds are occupied. I can't keep up. We'll manage it. I need to head up to the 4th floor for a few minutes. They're having trouble there too. Everyone's pitching in where they can right now. Can you take on a few more people? Sure, I'll hold the fort. Thanks. I'll be right back. Alright, so we'll take care of the bear over here. Good evening. Can you tell me how you're feeling today?
Had awful stomach cramps ever since last night.
and diarrhea. My head feels like it's about to explode.
The injection will help keep your pain in check at least.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to die.
Oh, this is a good spot right here. Perfect. Okay, injection done.
I hope it kicks in soon. I've never felt this bad in my life.
We'll give you a full checkup as soon as we can. In the meantime, try to get some sleep.
Please hurry. There's something really wrong with me. I know it.
Hang in there, buddy. Now to check the 2 patients in here. Good evening.
This morning it felt like the flu. Now everything hurts, every breath I take.
And how's your digestion?
Everything went right through me this afternoon. Painkillers didn't help either, only a little.
I'm going to take your pulse, then we'll see what we can do for you.
This game I hate!
This finger. God damn it. Your body is finding something. We're going to find out what it is as quick as we can.
Thank you. I hope it isn't contagious, or is it always so busy here?
Don't worry about that. My colleague will be back to check on you again soon. Good evening.
Struggling for air. Everything hurts. Help me, please.
Of course, we'll adjust your medication.
Thank you.
Okay. We're definitely gonna need one of these. Probably 2. There's nothing else that increases it. These need something to boost red, reduce green. Oh, no, this one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, my colleague will be here in a minute to give you your new medication.
Thank you. I don't want to die.
We'll do everything we can to make sure you get well soon. I promise you that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The 4th floor's even fuller than here. All the beds are occupied. There was some talk about whether we could fit more beds in somewhere. And then there was an incident. An elderly lady collapsed. I had to lend a hand for a while. And I didn't know the place so well, so...
It's all right. Take a deep breath. Better?
Better. How did it go here?
I'm done with everything so far.
Can I take a look?
Sure. Bah.
Everyone seems to be doing better. It's nice to know I can trust you with my tasks in case of an emergency. I'll try to return the favor soon. Thanks for taking over. How do you feel?
No problem. I'm not flagging yet.
You're really tough. With all this running, I might as well quit the gym. I could really use some coffee right now.
Let's do that then.
Not at this time of day. I'm dead tired, actually. Have you heard from Carl yet?
No, now you mention it. I've not spoken to him.
Should we give him a call? Maybe he has some news for us.
Good idea.
And?
Nothing. He's not picking up.
Strange. I hope everything's alright.
Finley! Mia! Come quickly, please! The patient in room 302 is really sick! We can't stabilize him! Finley, Mia, quickly. Help me stabilize the patient. The cramps keep getting worse. The patient is unresponsive. We need to...
What?
Dr. Krakowski, Be quiet! Sandra, take the deceased details. Patient suffered from severe and irregular abdominal cramps. We noticed heavy gastrointestinal bleeding. Dr. Linwood advised against surgical treatment. The blood work needs to be evaluated immediately. We know the bleeding was caused by a bacterial infection. Everything else will become clear soon. Please, leave now. Is there anything we can do? Yes, there is. Please give me a little space. And get some rest.
But don't you need a break?
Not right now. This is an extreme case. I will consult Dr. Gautera and wait for the results from Dr. Halil. I need you fresh and well rested in the morning. If this patient fell sick without warning, others could too. Even if there's no indication of a direct risk of infection, please be prepared. We'll know more tomorrow. That's not good. Yeah, it won't let me interact with the bike. I've always got to check. Alright. To bed then. What a night. Whatever. Time to get to the hospital. My ears are still ringing from all that noise yesterday. Now everything seems quiet again. Weird. There's nobody here. Like a ghost town. Alfio? Hold on. Where's Frauke? There's a bunch of twigs here with a note tied to them. Hey Finley. Caravan wasn't big enough for me and my sister. We've moved into a bigger apartment in Foxdale Valley, far away. I've taught you everything I know, and learned a lot from you in return, Rivermaster Finley. We'll miss you in the river. Farewell, Frauke. P.S. I hope you have friends to stick with when the current gets too strong. I hope they do okay. Wonder where Alfio is. You're still here. Why hasn't anyone come to pick you up? No.
Everyone's got tummy ache. I had tummy ache once. I ate a lot of cherries, as many as I could. But then I got tummy ache. I don't have tummy ache today. You have tummy ache too?
No, fortunately not.
Yay! Wanna eat lots of cherries with me then?
There aren't any cherries around right now. We only get them in the summer.
That's not true. There's always cherries at the grocery store. They even sell them in bowls.
But that's a bad sign. There seems to be a pandemic. Adele!
Good morning, dearie. Unusually quiet today, isn't it? Makes an old body feel a little lost.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes. Just a little tired.
You should get yourself checked out.
You think? I think I ate something that disagreed with me.
There's a lot of people getting sick right now. You might have caught the bug too. If nothing else, we could give you some painkillers to help you feel better.
All right then. Thank you.
Finley, you look worried, friend. I heard what's happening at St. Ursula's. Everyone has. You need anything, just say the word.
Just look after yourself, Giuliano. That's the best way to help us right now.
Okay. I ain't always the best at looking out for myself. But I'll make sure I don't leave Gilbert's today. I ain't expecting many customers. Sometimes it's nice to have the place to myself, you know?
Hang in there, Giuliano.
Hang in there, Finley.
Is there anyone here?
Okay.
Doesn't seem it. I wonder if Pina's okay. Here you stand, same as every day. Water's been turned off again. Probably for the best. It did smell kind of stagnant. Wonder if you're aware of what's been going on around here. Wonder if the bacteria had to do with the fact that they used water from the fountain for the stew. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack just so that I can check on Pina. Take care, Adele. It is very quiet. I wonder if it gets like that in a small town. Closed for health control. Yep, definitely a pandemic. I worried about Louis. He was really sick last night. I took him to St. Ursula's. I haven't heard anything since. I just hope he's okay.
Finley, what's up?
You look pretty exhausted, if you don't mind me saying so. I am. There's a lot going on at St. Ursula's right now.
Yeah, I heard. The whole town's talking about it. And the streets are empty. I heard the wards are full to bursting. And that Dr. Theobald's disappeared. Do you think there's a connection?
Yeah, maybe. Dr. Theobald's been missing for some time. Nobody knows where he is. Then just after he disappears, the hospital's completely overwhelmed. Maybe there is a connection. Maybe we'll find out soon. I should go now. I need to be at the hospital as soon as possible.
I'm so sorry. That sounds really tough. If there's anything I can do, just call me, okay? I'm rooting for you. You could do it. And take care, alright?
I'm glad she's okay. I just wanted to make sure. I hit the wrong button. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. Alright, let's get a move on. And I'm worried I still haven't seen Alfio. Wonder if he got sick. New gastrointestinal disease. Since this year's hibernation festival, many of Porcupine's residents have been suffering from an aggressive intestinal bacterium. The disease is already confirmed to have claimed at least one life. There's an article underneath about St. Ursula's. Financial fraud suspected. An anonymous source has provided us with inside information. It seems... Pardon. It seems that despite the poor financial situation, there have been multiple cases of fraud committed over the years. It's in the newspaper already. So someone knew.
Hey, Doc. Any idea what's going on around here? My dad says the hospital's useless. He said it's the doctor's fault everyone's sick right now. Well, I don't believe that. You got me all healthy again. And everyone there was really nice to me, too.
Thank you, Larissa. It's interesting what things you end up seeing in your lifetime. I wonder if anyone ever expects it. I suppose if it was expected, it would be preventable. Or maybe not. Who knows? I'll go there in a sec. Wait a second, what's going on here? Ambulance is supposed to use the back entrance, really. In we go.
My belly feels like it's on fire. I think I'm gonna faint.
Ingrid, what?
Lily, I really can't talk right now. We're getting overwhelmed. The wards are almost full. We've got more and more people coming in with the same symptoms. I'm trying to organize more beds. Make yourself useful and get to your ward.
Okay. Where'd she go? Why'd she go outside? Kind of reminds me of going to the emergency rooms at the hospital. Why is it dark? It's pretty crowded here. How was the night shift?
Don't ask, don't ask. I'm pretty sure my bloodstream is like 80% coffee right now.
Don't you want to take a break?
Nope, break later, things to do. They want us all to head to the break room. Dr. Kukowski's got something to tell us. Works for me, I was just gonna get myself another coffee anyway.
Good morning. I have a small announcement to make.
You look tired, Dr. Krakowski. Did you even go home last night?
We know more about what we're dealing with now, but we still need some time. The bacteria is aggressive. We've been able to contain it to a certain extent, but some patients are still experiencing internal bleeding. But that's not what I called you here for. As you may have noticed, our wards are full. What's more, a few of our staff have also started falling ill. If more people are admitted as the day goes on, we will hit full capacity.
And what does that mean?
It means that if we run out of space, we're going to have to turn people away.
But...
Yes, I know. This is new for me too. But we have no choice. People are already being reallocated to other hospitals in the local area.
But the nearest hospital's over an hour's drive away!
We can no longer treat them here. I would ask you to take note of this information.
Can't just send people back onto the streets! You know some of these people might be seriously ill.
Wait a minute, Dr. Krakowski! Carl! What are you doing here, Carl? Don't you know you're not currently authorized to be here? Yeah, blah blah. Any idiot can see the hospital's bursting at the seams. So it seems. How else are we to explain your presence?
I can't just sit by and watch people croak. And I won't let you down just because of some stupid forced vacation. Who's going to stop me? Dr. Theobald's vanished into thin air. If he wants me thrown out, he could come in here and try it with his bare hands.
And what's your plan? You think you could conjure up a second hospital with the wave of your magic wand?
I don't need to. The ward on the 5th floor. Dr. Kakowski, we can get it running again. There's plenty of space up there, and most of the beds are still in place.
That ward has been out of operation for years.
What, so you'd rather send all those sick people back home?
Very well. I won't claim I'm happy about this, but since you're already here, get the 5th floor ward up and running as fast as you can.
I'll help Carl with that.
I can't say I'm surprised to hear you volunteer, Finley. I'll go to the lab and see Dr. Halil. I hope he has good news. Mia, Sandra, I leave this ward in your hands. Are you up to the responsibility?
Yes.
Ain't no thing.
Good luck, everyone. Now get moving.
Come on, Finley, let's take a look at the ward upstairs.
You really think we can do this?
Sure we can. There's a lot of junk lying around and we've got no electricity. If we work together, we'll get the hang of it. Doesn't have to hold together for years, just long enough for us to ride out this wave. I'll deal with the bedrooms. You take care of the corridors. We're not trying to win a prize for best interior design. Just clear enough space so we can get through.
Understood.
It's as good as new. Why did we stop using this ward in the first place? Has a lovely rustic charm.
Maybe it had something to do with all the mold, the discarded machinery, that thick layer of dust that's covering everything.
All right, you've made your point. The dust only moved in here later, you know. Okay, we've almost got everything we need. We're just missing the power.
I might be able to help with that. I once administered emergency treatment to the junction box in surgery.
Afraid this ward doesn't have a junction box. When the others got refurbished, this one was just left to rot. I guess the breakers for this ward are down in the basement. That's where the main distributor is.
I'll go downstairs and turn on the power.
Good. I'll get started filling up the beds and rooms. There's plenty of people waiting downstairs after all.
I'm guessing not here if that's the archives. That's it. If I carry on like this, I'll be able to qualify as a professional electrician soon. Now I need to get back upstairs. Carl's on his own up there. Hold on, that's... Dr. Theobald, what were you thinking? Have you any idea what's been going on around here? Yes, I know, of course. That's why I'm here. Just listen to me for a moment, please. I had to go. I couldn't stay here anymore. I take full responsibility. I always wanted the best for St. Ursula's, believe me. A few years ago, I was appointed chief physician, but not without help. Roman Heydrich already held a lot of influence over the hospital, even back then. He offered me the position of chief physician as part of a restructuring. At the time, I thought it was the best way for me to actively help the hospital. I was still too young. I hadn't really earned the position. But I went along with it, and Roman supplanted my predecessor for me. We had big plans. Everything was great at first. But Roman put more and more pressure on me. He had interests of his own. He didn't even try to hide them from me. He kept coming to me with strange ideas. He wanted to take more and more money out of the hospital. When I refused, he started blackmailing me. I had to sign bills, purchase orders, and other documents for him. Otherwise, he would blow the cover on our agreement. And as chief physician, I would have taken the fall for everything. That's why I went along with it, for the good of the hospital. However, as we drew more and more public attention, Roman got cold feet. He took off and advised me to do the same. Sooner or later, his scam would be uncovered. And well, here we are. But I couldn't leave the hospital in such a time of need. I will take responsibility for what I've done. I'm so sorry about everything. I never should have... Pull yourself together! Look at yourself! I'm furious. I'd never have thought you were capable of such a thing. If you really care about us and St. Ursula's, then get a move on and help the staff! Now! We don't have time for all this whining! But Dr. Krakowski, what's going on here? Finley, what are you doing there? I thought you were on the 5th floor. No matter, the power's gone out. Maybe we overloaded the grid. Hospital's running on emergency power. I'll speak to Gregor. We'll get this under control as quickly as possible. And I'll make sure that all the wards can continue working. Finley, please go to our ward. Check on me and the others. What about Carl? Carl is extremely experienced. He'll be fine without you for a few minutes. I'll be there in a minute. Got it. Mia, the power's out. Yes, I can see that. Or rather, I can't see a great deal of anything right now. Are you all right here? Do you need a hand? We'll muddle through. Sandra's got the ward under control. Where's Dr. Krakowski? She's checking all the wards have everything they need. Dr. Theobald's taking care of the power failure. Dr. Theobald? Did I hear that right? Yes, he's back. I just ran into him while he was explaining himself to Dr. Krakowski. He was... What the hell? What's wrong? Can you smell that, Mia? What do you mean? It smells like smoke. The 5th floor! It's on fire! What? We just got the ward up and running. Everything was going great. Then there was this huge bang. Sparks flying everywhere. And all that old junk up there caught fire. We have to get out of here quickly. Where's Carl? He's still upstairs. We're trying to get everyone out of there. Mia, I'm going upstairs. I have to check on Carl. Should I come with you? You stay here. Make sure the ward's evacuated properly. Okay. I could do this. Renee, could you help Mia, please? Sure thing.
See you in a minute.
Carl, are you there?
Over here, quick, we need help. The bed's stuck. Help me move it.
I don't think we could use the elevator, though.
That almost ended very badly. Thanks, Finley.
What are we going to do now? We need to put out the fire.
First, we have to get everyone out of here. There's a plan for things like this. We evacuate everyone to the school gym hall. Then we stay there until the fire's been put out. We contact the other hospitals in the area and get people out to them as soon as possible. Till then, we keep going.
So get everyone out.
Get everyone out. We can't use the elevators, so we'll need to carry people downstairs. Benjamin and I can man the stairs. You go to the bottom of the stairs and take the beds as we pass them down. Dimmy and Archie will be waiting at the front entrance. Take the beds to the front of the building.
What about the other wards?
They'll all be doing the same thing.
You think Dr. Kukowski and Mia will be okay?
Yes, we'll help them in a minute. Thank goodness we hadn't filled this ward up to capacity yet.
Okay.
Come on, there's no time to lose.
Can't believe it.
How could this happen?
Jesus. Come on. I wonder if this is the last one.
Finley, you're still here. You need to leave. Take the next transport to the gym. The rest of the staff are already on their way. I'm sure your services will be needed there.
Don't you think I should do another check of the hospital? We might have missed some people. I've been to a lot of wards. I'll do one last round of the ground floor, then I'll be right behind you. I'll come with you. You've done well, better than I could have done. I'll be all right. I'll just hold my stethoscope tight. Go now, Finley. Thank you.
Poor Finley.
Come on, get in here. The others need you.
Finley, there you are. We need all the help we can right now. Come on, take care of the sick as best you can. I'll assign the teams, then I'll help out as well. What are you waiting for? Show me what you can do.
Oh god, the worst one. Damn it. Every time. Scramble, scramble. Triage, triage. It is. I don't know why, but it never picks up the last one that I did that. Alright, back the other way. Triage, 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 triage. It never gets the last one. Finley, leave it. Dr. Kukowski, glad you're here. This patient's very sick. Just beyond your help now. But can't you see? The woman's already dying. You can help me. I need you up front, urgently. Please come with me, quickly. I tried. I don't know if it would have done that either way, but... get through the night. Oh, wow. Oh. Dedicated to the people who work in healthcare. Man. You know, when I was looking at reviews for this game, one complaint that I saw aside from a bit of bugginess was that people didn't like how it ended so abruptly. I see what they mean now. It's like you feel like not everything's resolved, you know? It's like you feel like what happens now, you know? What happens to the hospital? What happens to the staff? Did they get through the pandemic? Were they able to find a treatment for the infection? You know, there's so much left unanswered. And, you know, sometimes in movies and stuff, they like leaving it open-ended for people to interpret themselves or try to figure out, but it can be frustrating, you know, when you want that satisfying ending, you know? It's bittersweet, like, when that happens.
Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. It's a fine line between good times and memories. Just one breath away from eternity.
Oh, they arrested Mr. Heydrich.
Oh, summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye.
Aw, Peter gave Finley a new flower.
Stranger on a sidewalk, a short smile, no time for words. Oh, summer's gone by like a night with friends you thought could never end.
Oh, good grief. You guys are gonna get sick again drinking stuff.
Remember me like a melody that is still stuck in your head. Stuck in your head, you're still stuck in my head.
Aww, Giuliano. You still had her third die.
It's a fine line between good times and memories. Just one breath away from eternity. Oh, summer's gone by in a
It's a
blink
pretty
of an
song.
eye. Summer's gone by in a blink of an eye. Oh, summer's gone by
all anonymous interview partners for their honest and emotional stories.
Stuck in your head, you're still stuck in my head. You're still stuck in my head.
Oh, that's Dr. Theobald. I did get the feeling he might not have survived staying behind to check on things. Huh. That was another thing I saw people complain about. It automatically goes back to new game once you've finished. Well, we got through another game. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I do feel like it was a little bit like Night in the Woods. Kind of a shame that the mini games are still a little finicky. Like especially that stethoscope one that I hate. But it was a cute game and it had a good story. Really good writing. Well, I hope you guys had as good of a Veterans Day weekend as I did. I'm not sure what to follow this up with. You know, depending on how I'm feeling, maybe I'll take a little break. Oh, actually, that's right. The new patch for Final Fantasy XIV comes out on Tuesday morning. If I'm feeling okay, I might do it Saturday or Sunday. Maybe I'll give myself one day off and I'll stream the MSQ on the other one, okay? If there's any other fall-based games you'd like me to try, I'd be happy to take any suggestions. When I bought this game during the summer sale, I did also have it bundled with Smoosh, so maybe I'll give that a try too after I play the next MSQ for 14. Let me know, okay? Let's see the state of things on Twitch. Yep, that's fine. Okay. So, thank you to everyone that was watching me while I was live today. If you haven't yet, please be sure to give my channel a follow, as it does help me with my goals I'm trying to accomplish here on Twitch. For those watching in the future, thank you for checking out my VODs. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll find out when more VODs get uploaded and when I upload some songs. I'm not sure if I'll be posting any this month, but I have been thinking of posting some Christmas songs for December. We'll see. It's gonna depend on my health. Well, that's all for now. Have a fantastic day. See you next time.